Now you may have younger kids that have misplaced or damaged their very expensive mobile phone, and well, you may be considering getting them a lower priced budget handset just for now. So this week, we thought we'd take a look around, take a gamble, and well, we spotted this unlocked 4G mobile phone with a 5.5 inch screen, which is the EL6C. Again, this is a very low end mobile phone, so understandably, it will have that quad-core 1.3 GHz processor, running the 2019 Android 8.1 that is compatible with 2, 3, 4G networks, and costs as little as £67. That's around 89 in US dollars. Inside the box, accessory wise, we get a clear silicone phone cover. There is a usual quick start guide and a 2500 mAh separate battery pack. Wow, proper old school. So nope, you don't get a sealed handset, but that is to be expected with the fact that this phone is in the budget range category. Okay, we do get a fast charge plug unit, but it does come with a very dated micro USB charge cable. It's not a bad sized mobile phone in hand, to be honest. I do like that rhino-like shiny rear, which is by the way fingerprint friendly. Now that panel is removable and it conceals the nano and micro SIM card slots. Yes, it's dual SIM this mobile phone, and although this phone only has 1GB RAM, 16GB ROM, it can indeed be extended up to 64GB via that TF memory card slot, which you might just want to do right away. As you can see, 3GB is already being used up by those pre-installed apps. Let's insert that battery, power it on, and after the initial setup, we are brought to a warm, fairly well lit menu screen, which, okay, it's not too bad, it's not super bright, but it is above average for that price range. Now looking around the handset, we have that volume rocker sitting to the right hand side with that power button sitting just below it. To the top of that unit, with a micro USB charge port, a 3.5mm headphone port, which by the way guys, also acts as your FM radio antenna when earphones or headphones are inserted, and this is accessed via that pre-installed FM radio app. Speakers, well sadly there's only one. Volume wise though, it is about average. Audio and music isn't super loud, and it does actually sound quite tinny. Now, nope, we don't have any dedicated voice assistant buttons or anything like that, but when it does come to the internet search, it is indeed rather swift. You do already have a few dedicated apps pre-installed like YouTube etc, but when it does come to any kind of HD streaming, well, because this EL6C screen has a max 480 by 960 resolution, you are somewhat limited to basic 720p max video playback. Nonetheless, imagery isn't too bad. The colour tones are above average again for this price range, with not too much screen washout, and you can certainly watch movies quite comfortably without squinting. You can go ahead and hook up some wireless earphones or headphones using that internal Bluetooth technology, but like I mentioned before, this phone is running Android 8.1 Oreo, which is rather dated. It is in fact over 3 years old, and because this software coordinates with what feels like a very juddery feeling screen surface, it's not that smooth to be honest on my fingertips, and it makes for manoeuvring around at times quite laggy. It's not super responsive, and because the whole unit is in fact quite light, it does really feel like a toy at times. Going back to the rear of the phone, we have an 8MP and 2MP camera. We've got a flash that sits between them, which also acts as your flashlight, and even though this phone is specified as having that 8MP camera, it is however only true when taking pictures on that 4.3 setting. So in reality, if you're thinking about taking those nice landscape shots, well, the picture quality will be reduced to almost 6MP. Here's an example. So this is the type of picture you will get when using the camera on this mobile phone, and the example of the microphone quality too. Now if we switch to that front facing selfie camera, well, picture quality isn't too bad in well lit rooms just like this one. The camera is really basic, but it does the job quite well really. but if we take away the light, let's just switch it off, everything does get a bit dismal. It's not too bad. It's a bit jotty at times, and well, there's no stabilization, so yeah, rock the boat, let's rock the boat, baby. Now you can use that selfie camera for that facial unlock utility, which is shockingly quite quick. As well as that, there is many other ways to unlock the mobile phone. But when it does come to gaming using that quad-core 1.3 GHz processor, well, it is just about bearable on low-spec games that are not too demanding, but anything else is a big no-no. Overall, this EL6C is quite simply a very basic startup smartphone. The materials and quality, well, it's very cheap feeling, with the software that's pretty much dated, and the performance which is quite lackluster really. Don't get me wrong, it's good for its basic uses, and I would say it's not too bad if you intend to give it to a child as their very first smartphone, or for example, an elderly person within your family. But as far as our rating goes today, we are quite simply going to give this EL6C a 4 out of 10, I'm afraid. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching guys. I really hope you liked this video, hope you found it useful. Please go ahead to subscribe to this channel today, show some love and show some support. And we hope to see you soon on our next video. But for now, please stay safe and thank you all ever so much for watching. Peace!